welcome to my Thursday Tea Time with Sydney. And today we will be looking at mushrooms for immunity and what kind of mushrooms are good to consume and for what purposes. So right now I have a few mushrooms that I have noted, and there's about 8 of them that we'll look at, and also a cooking video that I have made for you today so you can take a look too. So let's see here. So what kind of mushrooms are good to consume and for what purpose? I know that during this crisis, enhancing your immunity is a hot topic. And since most of us are looking for ways to help our immune system, this is one way among many others that you can do for yourself. So medicinal mushrooms have been used for many centuries to use for protection against diseases and various cancers. I'm going to put up here, and these mushrooms here have been used for supporting health, particularly in early Chinese, Egyptian, Greek, Mexican, and Roman cultures. But some of you are familiar with certain mushrooms that are used for psychedelic purposes, but we are not covering that topic today. Okay? So in the early 1990s, which is quite recent, they found a 5,000-year-old mummy that had some fungus in its intestine. And when they did some research, they found that this fungus actually was used to treat the parasites in the mummy's intestine. But now, in modern times, studies have shown that medicinal mushroom also can provide a very rich source of nutrients and also bioactive compounds to support the immune system. And today we will look at medicinal mushrooms, their health benefits, and like I mentioned earlier, a video that I made on cooking, how to cook some of them in my kitchen. So I'm very excited to show you that. So what are medicinal mushrooms? They are edible, macroscopic fungi. So fungus, which include yeast, molds, and mushroom, live on dead matter on like animals and plants, and there are about 20,000 known species worldwide, and 20 to 30 of them are cultivated for consumption. These mushrooms can be consumed as food or in a dietary supplement. So why consume them? Mushrooms have many nutrients, including fiber, protein, selenium, potassium, as well as all the vitamin B's, C, D, and E. On top of this, they also have bioactive compounds, such as the alkaloids and terpenes, and then some sort of polysaccharides and beta-glucan, which has been studied for immune stimulating and prebiotic properties. So the health benefits of mushrooms are here that include about 130 possible therapeutic properties. They are such as antibacterial, anti-diabetic, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, of course antioxidant, anti-parasitic, anti-tumor, antiviral, and protective against the liver, and also immunomodulating, which it helps us with our immune system. And depending on the mushrooms, of course, some have more properties than the others. And here's a short list of 8 that we can look at. So these 8 mushrooms here are actually courtesy of one of my online dispensary called Fullscript. And the top mushrooms here we have chaga, cordyceps, lion's mane, maitake, oyster, which is consumed here in a lot of places, in restaurants, and also we do that as well in our cooking. And then a few more, which is the reishi and shiitake. We also use that in our cooking, and turkey tail. And a lot of them has a lot of what I call antioxidants and also anti-cancer effects. If we look at, let's say, cordyceps, this is a very rare caterpillar-shaped kind of fungus and grows in a high altitude. And actually a lot of the Asian cuisine, including Korean, Chinese, Vietnamese, they eat this to enhance their immune system. So here we can see the list here, like lion's mane, which is really good for promoting gut microbiota, which helps the gut system. For those who have IBD or IBS, this is a very good mushroom to consume. And then next one we have maitake, which we will be using that in our cooking video today. You will see it's actually has a lot of anti-cancer activity for purpose of some sort of a skin and also breast cancer, has shown some good studies in vitro and animal studies. We also have oyster mushroom, also very good to activate, we call the NK cells, which is used against lung and breast cancer as well. So all of them are very good and a lot of good properties, and some of them you can find them in the market to use that for cooking as well. So I'm going to bring in a movie here that you can look at. So this is my video on cooking the mushrooms that you can see, and some of the selected mushrooms that I found in the Asian grocery store. So let's have that up. Hang on a second. Mushrooms. Here I have displayed some of the mushrooms that I'll be cooking today. On my top 12 o'clock here, I have shiitake mushroom. Shiitake mushroom are one of the most ancient mushroom that have been used in cooking for many, many thousands of years. Next, maitake mushroom. We have bunapi mushroom. They're a little bit shorter, they're a bit rounder on the top. Mushroom, as you can see the stem, and they kind of come up like regular mushroom here. And the small one I have here, a little bit of brownish in color, is called bunashimeji. It's actually a Japanese name, but it's very popular in Asian cooking. Here I have a little bit longer stem and a little bit rounder on top too, and all white is seafood mushroom. Of course, we use this in a lot of the seafood cooking. King trumpet, they're a little bit more hardy, and I like to cut them up in small pieces before I mix them with the rest of the mushroom. Baby trumpet, there are various sizes, but they are smaller than the king trumpet. Some cut up scallions. I like to keep the stem because the root has one of the most potent nutrients, so we always keep the root for any plants. Over here I have some Chinese herbs. Some of these Chinese herbs that I have selected are very high in nutrition and also immune boosting property. Here I have shanyao. They're a little bit hardy, but once they cook, they really soften. And a little bit smaller pieces here, fuling. And I have also here tangsen. It's also same as rensen, but a little bit more of a different quality. And huangqi, of course, our top #1 immune boosting herbs. And to round it off, I have jujube or red dates, and also lastly ganchao. Next, I have cut up some ginger and scallions as well that we'll be cooking today. And some of them that I have cut up, I'll show you here. So usually I like to cut the mushroom up in small bite pieces that will be easy to consume. And of course, all these edible mushrooms contain varying degrees of protein and fiber. They are chock full of vitamin B, B2, B6, B12, B9. Also powerful antioxidants like selenium. Selenium helps to support the immune system and prevent damage to cells and tissue. All these mushrooms are really good to prevent cough, cold, and flu, and especially during this coronavirus season. On top of that, what they have is also vitamin D. Once the mushroom are exposed to the UV light source, they produce vitamin D too. And for an adult, you actually need about 80 grams of mushroom. That's enough for your recommended daily dosage. Studies have shown that mushroom, especially the maitake and also the shiitake, can boost immune system and also have been used for prevention of cancer. Here I have some water that's being boiled. I have put the herbs in the little bag here, as you can see. That way it's easy to cook. So just put them in. I usually like to cook the herbs for about 15 to 20 minutes to get them really soft. I'm going to turn the fire up here. And then next, I'm going to put all the mushroom in. So let them cook for about 15 minutes or so. And then we put the rest in. Ginger, I like to put that in, and scallions usually will be the last one that we put in. So let them cook for about half an hour on a medium fire. And on my right here are a big pot that I've already been cooking earlier on for some time, and the scallions will go in towards the end. Of course, you want to add some salt and some pepper to taste, and then serve them in a bowl. So you have the option to eat the mushroom, which I really highly recommend, or if you don't like the taste of the mushroom, you can always drink the broth. So the mushroom you can actually keep in the fridge for a few days and then take them out, warm them on the stove before you consume them. So there is it, friends. Thank you for watching. I'm glad that you're here today. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them on the comment section below. I hope to see you soon and catch you next time. Thank you. Bye for now. Okay, so that's it. So let me just okay, here we go. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. So I want to actually go over the list of the mushroom that I have used in this recipe here. We have shiitake, we have maitake mushroom, we have trumpet, baby trumpet, seafood mushroom, and then 2 more mushrooms that I will list later on. I'll put them up here as well for you. And the herbs that we have are also very good to use to boost immunity, and I will list that for you as well. So hopefully if you can find some of these mushrooms, if not, you can use what you can find in the market right now when you go grocery shopping. But the 3 top ones we want to be looking at is the maitake, shiitake, also oyster mushroom. Yeah, that's what I have in here too. And then baby trumpet and seafood mushroom, if you can find them. And make them into a soup. If you don't have the herbs, it's okay. You can still just use the mushroom themselves as well. So any questions, feel free to post them on the chat below. And before I go, I'm gonna actually, hang on a second. Here we go, movie. Yeah, don't forget to check out, I have a webinar coming up, a workshop coming up to help you manage your stress during this time. Of course, the way that we want to enhance immunity partly is to consume really good immune boosting food, but at the same time also have other ways that we can manage stress on a daily basis. So this workshop is 30 minutes, half an hour. So it is a free half-hour workshop that I want to share with you so that you can learn some acupressure points that you can use for yourself and also your little ones at home. So feel free to check that out. And thank you for watching. Hope to see you soon and catch you next week. Bye for now.